Maybe this.
Maybe.
Maybe that. You have that. You have that. Maybe
we'll try
maybe
this.
Maybe
we'll
it's
try
that.
Everything.
Maybe it's this. Should we just plug in and go internet?
Turn it off. Turn it on.
Oh gosh, we had my out. Sorry, we're late.
Sorry.
Sorry, Nikki Hall.
Sorry.
Sorry, everyone. I mean, what can you do?
We've tried everything.
Happens to everyone, doesn't it?
It does.
Internet goes down, but Jake, Paul, the team, Ledge, we're on. Thank you for watching on Facebook.
You.
Thank you for watching on YouTube. We'll still do a 55-minute show, so we're going to go way past 11. I can't do those maths right now.
No.
So everything else will be back on track. So Craft Bay later on track. Kellyanne Jordan on track. This show, though, all about Polkadoodles.
It is.
Woo-woo.
Fantastic range. If you've never met Nikki and her fabulous style, she's been in the industry for probably as long as I have.
Yeah.
Many, many years. Great friendship with Nikki because her talent, her designs and the things that she does with the products is incredible. And a lot of them are obviously all hand-drawn.
Really excited about this. In fact, my other half, Emily, was saying, who have you got today? And I was like, oh, Polkadoodles. She was like, Nikki Hall. Even Emily, who hasn't worked here for many years, was adoring what Nikki does. Now, we've got a lot to tell you. There's no graphics on the screen at the mo. At least we've got the internet.
Yes.
But just not on that computer.
Yes,
So everything you order on this show, polkadoodles.com, that's where you go. Shop direct, polkadoodles.com. We'll tell you the product description, we'll tell you all there. And whilst you're there, after all, you can shop the whole of... There are Easter giveaways, there's tons of stuff going on.
There's everything you could possibly need is there. And if you've never tried downloads of artwork before, do that. So if you're looking for, you know, cute characters, things like that, Nikki does a whole array of different things.
And Nikki's also been incredibly generous.
Yes.
Let's get you some free stuff. Let's get one of you your order back, because we said there's lots of giveaways on this show. This here is a beautiful... Describe the stamp first of all, then we'll talk about it.
So with this, obviously, it's an everyday occasion with the birthdays and everything, so you've got the balloons on there, but it's a nice DL set. You are getting a lot of stamps in this collection. So this is going to be great because, again, you can build your own scenes, you can make your own background papers with this, or even if you want to do your own wrapping paper, it's going to be ideal for that as well.
Now, do you want this stamp for free? The birthday celebration stamp free with orders over £30. So get you on. That's website-wide, not just this show.
It's excluding your P&P, though.
Excluding your P&P, absolutely. So this will be popped in your order if your order is over £30. If your order's over £20, now we're talking. Because then if your order, when you get to checkout and you fill up all your basket, if it's over £20, put in the comments on this Facebook page, win, and you can get the order redeemed.
Exactly.
Nikki will refund your order. You've got to be over £20.
But you should just pick one
winner. You've got to put in the comments win. So right now, watching on Facebook, maybe just type in win now and then go shopping.
Exactly.
Because lastly, I don't want you to forget to put the win bit in.
No, because then you've got the chance. Nikki will, you know, really generous and pick one out so you'll get your order for free. So honestly, fill your boots.
Very cool. You know what? Looking at the whole set, there's celebrations, there's birthdays, there's pretty in colour. It's proper spring and summer, this, isn't it?
It is. And don't forget, we've got a show later on. And
yes, we do.
later on,
4 o'clock.
Totally different products. So do not worry.
Absolutely. So this top row, right? So we start in front of you here, Dawn, because you can get them into... This is about this show, so I'll call it the 10 a.m. show. I know we started late. Apologies. Shop direct, polkadoodles.com is where you go to see all of these products and to place your orders with Nikki. Get your orders to £30 and you'll get those free stamps in there. Get your orders over 20. Hey, listen, if you're over 30, that means you're over 20.
Exactly.
That's maths, right?
That's maths.
That's maths. And comment win on Facebook, and then Nikki will pull out a winner to get their order redeemed to you. In front of here, then, what we've got here, we've got the... Are these all occasions, or are they... calendar?
These are the calendar ones.
Calendar ones, okie dokie.
These are the calendar ones. Now, if you are somebody that likes to do your journaling, if you are somebody that literally wants to start doing a little bit more, doing your art journals, or just, you know, basically making your own calendars, things like that, this is going to be ideal. But if you, like one of my demonstrations I'm showing you, you know, like save the dates and things like that, do something a bit different, a bit quirky. This is going to be ideal, and I love the font on this. It's clean, it's crisp, really easy to use.
Graphics are working!
Yay!
Graphics are working. Jake in my ear was like, haha. Now, let me just double check. It says .co.uk. I think both work, you know, because on the packaging it says .com. But .co.uk, yeah, absolutely, Jake. That's what I told him.
Yep.
I mean, did I tell him? Should I check?
We'll check. It'll be fine. We'll get there.
I can check on my phone. It's .co.uk. I bet .com works as well.
I bet it does.
Because it says it right there on the packaging.
It does say it on the packaging.
Anyway.
That's why we went with that one.
That's where you're shopping. That's where you're... Well done, Jake, getting that working. Look at it. It's like it never happened. Let's stop talking about it. OK, now then. So, you know what? I know you said about card crafting, of course, for a date of a wedding or a newborn or a birth, etc., etc. But also for scrapbooking. Nikki gives you so many different tools for card crafting or any crafting in general, isn't it? It
is. And this is going to be amazing for that. You also get the numbers in there as well. And you get the anthozines.
Yeah, right.
The
But, yep, sure.
Ordinals.
OK.
Ordinals, they're the ones.
Now, here's Jake. Definitely.co.uk. Maybe Nikki changed it. Who knows? Anyway. If you just want the stamps, they're $14.99. You can just get the stamps. Next to there, you can probably guess I'm going to allude to a little multi-buy for you. But you've also got, your matching die.
You have. So you have got all the dies that will coordinate with your stamps. So if you are getting these, please, please, please pop this in your basket because, honestly, it makes life so much easier. They look so much neater. They look professional when they've all been added in together. So, again, you've even got the number dies in there as well. So this is now you can build your cards in there. So easy. And just by adding a date or a time or something like that, you can do that. But also,
get the binder out. Here we go.
Perpetual calendar. Look at this.
Perpetual calendar.
But it could be you just want to put in December the 25th. Do not open or something like that. You can add little tags. You might have a friend called April or May or June.
Oh, I'm always going out for drinks with my friend in November. But yeah, no, you're completely right.
You could, things like that. So again, let's
around.
make it look more professional and the ease of use, because there's nothing worse if you have got a stamp and then you do want to cut it out and all you can ever do is just do it in a square or an oblong. With this now, you get that bit of detail which will make it look... Do you want me to do that, Dan?
No, I'm an adult.
Really?
I can do it on my own. Can't. Put it down. So, if you want to go for the dies, $15.99. The stamps, $14.99. If you're thinking, you know what, looking at those samples, doesn't it work together? Multi-buy, match them together for $19.98. You're basically buying one, getting the other for a £5. You're saving £10. It might be £9, it might be £11. You get what I'm saying. It's worth your while, putting them together in the same basket. That is all things calendar. Now, I'll tell you what, let's go in order.
OK.
There's a rough plan.
Yes.
Because then we've got our beautiful papers on the top here, which you get loads of them.
They're fabulous.
Our pretty colourful papers.
They are, and honestly, these are A5. Also with these, they're double-sided. So you are actually getting 24 different patterns in here. You're getting 30 sheets, and you get 5 sheets of each one. So if you've got a favourite one... Honestly, these are incredible. And if you know Nikki, these are, everything like she is. This is Nikki in the form of paper. Fun, exciting.
Yeah, colourful, inspiring.
Vibrant, inspiring. Look at these. And obviously, all designed for you to mix and match. You can overstamp on them because they're all matte finish. 170 GSM, but it does feel slightly heavier than that. So don't be frightened if you want to stamp onto these, die cut these. These are going to be absolutely perfect.
Now, the best tip I can give you right now. Now, I thought this was a typo in what Nikki sent us. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But it did say $5.99.
It did.
So those papers are $5.99. Now, we're trying to get to that £20 mark, aren't we? Because if your order is £20 or over, let's remind myself, and you comment win on Facebook, one of you will get your order refunded for the total amount. Going for the multi-buy there is just shy of £20.
It is.
This, in that same transaction, that's over 20.
Over
You're in, and one of you will get those for free. One of you will get those free. Or if you're maybe you order those, $5.99 plus your P&P. Away you go. On the other side of it, though, we've got the all occasions, which is a similar offer, right? You could just get the stamps. You could just get the die, put them together. You're going to save £10 off. But nevertheless, let's look at the stamps first of all.
These are lovely. Again, with this one, though, you've got mother, you've got husband, you've got daddy in there, you've got granddad, you've got grandpa, brother, wife. You've got lots and lots of personal, for personal
bigger
cards.
Than you think as well.
Yes, bigger than you think. Then you're getting the heart-shaped balloon, you're getting the normal size balloon, you're also getting the numbers as well. So these, again, will make it so much easier. There's 47 pieces in this one alone. So, again, you can build it in, but hopefully you're seeing if you get some of the other stamps, you can mix and match these all together.
$14.99 that on its own if you want to, and then I get you, so the coordinating dies also $14.99.
They are, but again, with these, obviously, like, can we just turn them round? Thank you, Mr. Dan. The numbers in there, obviously, come out of your gold foil cardstocks, your silver, your metallics, things like that. The balloon ones, obviously, you can then use those with the pattern papers, which you'll see. I've done those today.
Yep.
But the embellishment bits that are in there, then you've got the celebrate, sorry, and the happy birthday in the form of the die. So they could be your main feature. You've got a matten layer as well on the happy birthday one. So really, really great they are.
Pop them together, so they're $14.99 each. Let's do friendly maths, £15.
Yes.
If you buy them together, it's £20, just less. £10 off.
Wow.
And then pop something else in there. For example, those papers, get you over 20, away you go. Listen, if you get to 30, let's not forget, Nikki will also pop in this free stamp set too.
Which, again, you can see all works together. You're keeping it together. The candles in there are genius because you could put like 4 or 5 candles, kids' birthdays, things like that. Obviously, you've got the numbers, which, again, will fit inside the balloons. So you can mix and match these. It's going to be great, that one.
Really exciting. Everything you shop direct with Nikki. Polkadoodles.co.uk. Nikki's done some really cool streams, by the way.
She has.
Which is also saved on polkadoodles.co.uk, so you can watch those previously there with Nikki demonstrating a number of these products. This show right now, this lineup, and 4 p.m, all polkadoodles.co.uk. By the way, if you do go on .com, it redirects you to .co.uk.
There you go, so don't worry.
So you're not wrong. What I'm really intrigued by is the other end of these counters, which are these MDF. I haven't seen these before. These are really clever for my... Well, I guess if you're an inker, they're a must.
These are a must on anybody's craft desk, because when Nikki first showed me these, I was like, I am so messy.
Clever.
I get it everywhere. I mix the lids up. I get the lids wrong and things like that. This is a lifesaver and a time saver.
Now, it's tricky for our director, Jake, to know where to look at. I appreciate that. Jake, they're all kind of the same thing, but you get small, medium, large, extra large.
Yes.
Basically, they're all different prices, but they do... What are they designed to do, as you say?
Can I just grab an ink pad?
Go grab an ink pad.
Let's do that.
I'll quickly say, so if you want to go for these, by the way, they are the MDF kits. They're called the Woodies. Square, rectangle. You've got the double, or you've got the triple whammy on the bottom row. They start, the square is $4.99, the rectangle $5.99, the double $11.99, the triple $12.99. They are all discounted. That triple right there should be $16.99. For this show, the craft store, $12.99. That is today, and those prices, have been activated 9 a.m. this morning. So you're watching it right now. Polkadoodles.co.uk is where you go. OK, Dawn. OK,
so these are all eco-friendly, sustainable MDF in these. It will
smell amazing as well,
by the way. They do. They come, and can we just say, how these have been cut are amazing. They are super, super thick. You've not got any rough edges. They are absolutely clean. Now, with these, obviously, what you're going to do is apply some PVA glue on there, and then what you're going to do is stick this together. So this will then give you your mount.
Okay.
The idea is that basically you put your ink pad in there.
Well, doesn't that fit well?
Lid goes in there.
Oh, OK.
And then, if you get some of Nikki's brushes, that will fit in there. And your blending brush will fit in there. Now. OK, because me being me, can't help myself.
So?
OK. Now, if you're looking at this thinking, but I've got some of these.
I've got my Daubers, yeah. I'll be quiet.
They fit in there.
OK.
So you've not got to worry. Plus, as well, if you do get the other ones as well, if you've got your little acrylic blocks...
Nice.
So you can stand them in there. So multi-purpose these. Please do not look at this and think, how am I possibly going to be able to fit that in your desk? Once you've got one of these, you're not going to want to be without it.
You know what? Obviously, I know that those Distress, like the Tim Holtz inks, are like the classic size pad, aren't they? Lockwood's would fit in there. Lisa Horton's would fit in there. Tony's would fit in there. All these other ones. And obviously, you get smaller. I know Dreamies do their dinkies. Obviously, they're going to fit in there as well. But I love that combination of the brush going with it, the bigger blending brush going with it. So nothing contaminates the other.
And because how many times have you put it down, then you put the wrong lid on it, or you've got the wrong dauber or the wrong brush, and you've put it all together and you've thought, oh, I've messed it up now, I'm going to have to clean my brushes. So that one is obviously your square one.
You know what this screams? This screams that Nikki is a crafter just like everybody else watching this right now. In many, many years and a bit, like, what would she find useful? This is what she would find useful. This is what she's like. You guys will find it useful as well. And then literally, I guess you could decorate them if you want to.
You can, just to show you as well. You get a full instruction sheet with it as well, just to show you. But you can see you could then actually colorise them. So if you just wanted this one as your pink station, you could just do it pink. If you wanted then multi-purpose, you could colorise it. But because it's MDF as well, you can stamp onto it, you can hot foil it, you can decoupage it, you can do whatever you want. But honestly, if you're looking for the present of all presents for crafters that haven't got everything, this will be the one.
So the single, you've got the rectangle one. Also, if that suits you, you've got the double or the triple. Let's not mess around,
Just
friends.
To show you.
Oh yeah, we diversifying Claire's.
Yes, so it will fit that. Obviously, you're versifying your normal ones because these are a different shape to this one. That's why we've got the squares, we've got the rectangles. You get the slot, and just to show you, let me...
Whoa.
Oh.
Go on.
Oh dear, I ain't got no strength this morning. So
it's all that shitting up those ladders to fix the internet, Dawn.
Yeah, it is.
You've never seen her go down a manhole so quick.
But look, everything again will fit into there, so you've not got to worry. Different size. Nikki has gone through this and tried all the different sorts, and just to show you, your original stays on, your versifying, other ones that you're going to get. These brands on here will all fit in here as well, so you haven't got to think about it.
Very good point, Dawn. A very good point in my ear. Jake saying, maybe like a makeup palette, makeup brush. Maybe would that be useful? I know you're in a previous life or not. You're not feeling that?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Jake. I was in for it, mate. In my ear.
Sorry, Jake.
Like back in my box.
Sorry.
I was going to say, come on, I know why we absolutely love it. If you just want to go for one, but let's go for the triple after all. It's $12.99. You can get one, the square, for a £5,
yes,
or 3 times that for $12.99.
Why would you not?
That's why, again, all Polkadoodles.co.uk, they are the Woodies. They are absolutely invaluable. Should we keep walking this way, by the way? Or what do you want?
I was going to show you them that one.
Go on then, the double.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Just to show them, just so you can see. So you've got your double one, so all your ink pads, and then you've got your triple one. I know you've just told us about, but I just wanted them to see.
Yeah, they're good.
Have a look. No.
Hey, have you got a load of it? We could line up all the ink pads. We can do it maybe later.
Yes, we can do that.
Maybe later. Okay. Polkadoodles.co.uk. Don't forget, if you're spending over £20, please comment win, and one person will receive that order refunded back to you. I can hear there's lots of wins. I'll read the comments in just a bit on Facebook. Also on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching there as well. This will be living on YouTube forever, on Facebook for 30 days after all. Can we wander this way?
We can.
Because I want to talk about the wands if we can.
Okay.
By the way, if you want those brushes, we've got the blending brushes and we've got the detail brushes, both on the show, both on the website. I'll come back to those in just a second. But I know we want to get demonstrating. There's a bowl of water there, Dawn. What are you doing?
We've got lots.
Who knows? But there are tools on the show that you'll find extremely useful. Can we talk the Easy Lift magnetic wands, please?
Now, anybody who struggles dexterity-wise, anybody who has got daft telly nails like me and struggles like this, look.
Oh, here we go.
And I'm not just being drama. How many of us have you seen over the time we have to slide it to pick it up? Because with the daft telly nails, I'm struggling. Now, if you get these tools, these are fabulous because they've got little magnets on. So if you're on your desk, you can just pick them up. It's easy.
Oh. Ultimate battle.
So you've got this end for even smaller.
Oh, it's double-sided, double-ended.
Double-ended. This is what I mean. So you can use smaller dies and you just want to pick them up off your desk. How genius is that?
Would this be useful that if I do stitch work, like hand embroidery, or my sewing machine feet, or my pins, or my needles to hold things?
Jewellery findings, things like that. Even if you drop your own earring back, if you're anything like me, and you're scanning across the carpet, just run it across the carpet.
Picking up my keys.
Maybe.
You could drop a key.
Of course you could. You could drop a key or something like that. It might be little tiny screws. How many of us have had like little tiny screws that you've got to put in and fix something, and you drop it and you think, oh, where's that gone? These are so easy to do. They are like a magic die wand, these are.
They are $9.99. You get the pair of wands in one pack, so 2 for $9.99. Very, very useful, aren't they?
Again, I would definitely recommend those because they make life so much easier.
Priscilla, please. Priscilla, darling.
Priscilla, darling. Now, stamp him.
Right.
Stamp him.
Yep.
Can be the bane of our lives. I know there is a lot of stamping systems that are out there, but again, I just want to show you different things. Now, with obviously your stamping press, a lot of you have got your standard stamping presses and things like that.
Yes.
Now, you will have every now and again, even with a stamping press, there might be a little bit where you've not got the right pressure. With this, because it's got a felt bottom on it as well,
Oh, yeah.
you get that little bit of a slide. Some of them are like plastic all over and you don't get so much of a slide. With this, because it's got a felt bottom, it will actually press and move. So when you actually then take this, pop it onto the actual tool, press down and rub, it's a little bit like that, you know, that ice hockey, that
air hockey.
Air hockey, yes. It's a little bit like that. So as you rub over, but if you're thinking, I haven't got a stamping thing, but I still use the acrylic blocks.
Yes.
Now, if you're just still using the acrylic blocks, which is fine, sometimes you might struggle again dexterity-wise. If you lay your stamp down, you can take this and you can go over your acrylic block. So again, it will make sure then you get that even stamp.
It feels like, yeah, sort of thing that like takes a second to
second,
do, but actually then saves you inking back up and doing that, which obviously takes much more than that time.
Yes. And sometimes as well, even because I'm quite fortunate, I've got another one of these, but when I'm using it as well, sometimes, you know, if you want to smooth out your vinyls and things like that, I've used it just on top of my vinyl bits just to make sure that it's really smooth.
Top of your vinyl bits, smooth bits, that's what we're after, isn't it? There we go. That is your, is it Priscilla?
Priscilla.
Priscilla tool.
Priscilla.
Easy stamping tool. $9.99 is your price for that. Oh, hang on, no. $6.99.
That's
Should
a
be
great
$9.99.
one.
My bad, $6.99. We're going to talk all things spongy.
We are.
But I want to say quick hello, by the way, to lots of people who are watching.
Hi.
By the way, Nikki is watching and commenting. A lot of people saying they've already placed their orders. They're already in the draw by putting win. So if you're spending £20 or over, comment win, and then one of you will get that redeemed to you.
Nikki's done some fabulous, honestly, the deals are incredible.
Yeah.
And a website, it's easy to get around, so go and have a browse on there, and there are so many fabulous things.
Sewing Patchwork Guy watches a lot. Hi, Dan and Dawn, both doing an amazing job. Joey Venison, Storage for Craft, says morning
Joe.
both. Morning, Joey.
Morning, Joe.
Sarah Jane Kennedy says good morning.
Good morning.
Linda Chapman says good morning.
She in Spoons.
She's in Spoons.
I wonder if her Wi-Fi works in there.
Oh, she's got the lead.
She's at the bar, plugged in.
Hey, you know that chair you were sitting on earlier?
Yeah.
That is Linda's chair.
Is that the Chapman chair?
Come Monday, Linda and Anna Lou bring in Pollyanna Pickering.
Oh, wow.
So that, Linda, it's already set up.
Chapman chair.
Yeah, the Chapman chair. So you're lucky sitting on that one. Nevertheless, saying hello. Lots of people, Chris, Annette, Mandy, Claire, Julie, Bev. Oh, loads. Margaret,
hi.
Anne, two Claires, another Chris, Bev Eden. Hello, Bev Eden.
Hi, Bev.
I've worked with you, Bev. Good morning, as is Sandy, Julie, Claire, and Julie, Mick, and Shannon. I wonder if Julie, Mick, Shannon are three people. Might be.
Might be.
Anyway, right. Spongies. I was very... Should we get straight to demo with this, by the way? I was very lucky because I launched this on... Remember Creating Craft? Me too. With Nikki, and that's set just over there. These will change your world. That sounds like a big, exaggerating thing to say.
It's true.
But everybody around the home, you can get them individually, I know. Let's get them together. What are they? What are we talking about?
These two, one is a little bit like a chamois, but it's not.
Yes.
And then you've got this one, which is like a sponge. Okay, but it's not.
But it's not.
This one has got the special grooves in it. I was fortunate enough to do one show with Martin Parker, and even Martin Parker...
that show went down. Now, Parker likes nothing, but he likes this. I'll be back.
He don't like nothing,
he likes
does
nothing.
Parker. Now, how many of us... I'm just going to move that because I do see. Now, these have got no fibres to them or anything. These are perfectly smooth. When you get them in the packet, you might have a little bit of condensation on it. Do not worry, it's meant to be just like that as well. Now, these are great for picking up, obviously, any of your liquids. So say we've been stamping. Let's do this. Now, obviously, if you're using your ink pads, after a while, you are going to get on here, you are then going to get, like...
What?
Colour transferred onto these. You can put this in the washing machine because it's lint-free and everything, but please don't use any washing powder or anything like that. So I've put that on there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be overzealous now. So
overzealous?
Overzealous. So lots and lots of water.
I just realised I'm just tidying the studio whilst you're just cracking on.
I'm going to say... He's
walking
just
about.
moving stuff around.
Sorry, I'm coming back.
He's fine.
I'm coming back.
So you can see, all I'm doing, and I'm getting a bit ridiculous with
I don't
this
even think
now.
that camera works over there anymore, but hey, look at that.
Look at that.
Jake can see everything going on.
So I'm getting a bit ridiculous.
Snoopy 3 over there.
Look at this. So, you know, we have a few spillages. We make a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
So now I can go in with my cloth. Don't get me wrong, like I say, this is going to transfer and take some of the colour, but look at this. Straight away, I can go in and I can then lift this all off.
How absorbent is that?
That's what I mean. And even with this, if I've got a different, let's do a different colour. Let's take one of these out so I can show you with my daft nails. Again, you can add, say you've got your inks, you've got your waters, you want to make sure you're cleaning up. This is absolutely great. It will also work as well, you know, on, look at this. That noise is not me. Look at that. How brilliant is that?
Yeah.
Obviously, rinse it. Like I say, you are going to get colour transfer, but do not worry. Now,
No, it sort of goes solid when dry, right?
yes, it will do. It will go dry, but don't worry. As soon as you put it into the water, this is what then brings it to life. And this, you can see the colours coming out because obviously I've used my ink pad in there. But these transfer and hold that much water. It's incredible because literally you can squeeze it out. You can see we've got even more in there now. But then as you put it in, it just soaks up the water. Can you see the water going down? It just soaks it all up as quick and easy as anything. So when you're using this for spillages and things like that, you can just use it straight away. Same with your other one. You rinse that out, you pop this in, and again, it's bringing all that water. Whoa!
Oh, hello. Where was that?
The other cloth, yeah. Because how many of us, if I press this down really, really well, again, you can see, look how much water that soaks up. It's great because then, look, as I fill this.
With this box, it's got the grooves and things, and tell me if I'm wrong, could I use it to clean my stamps?
You can.
Right.
This is it. So, when you've got your stamps...
Oh, the colour of that water now, that was like, well, it was clean, then it went a little bit green.
Well, that's why I've done it, because otherwise on telly you're not going to see it go down or come back up. So that's why, that was my thought process anyway.
Very good. If you need me to change that water, by the way, I'm more than happy to walk it around today.
OK.
For some reason. Sorry, I just left you there.
It's me and you, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
So with this one, so obviously I've got my stamps. Let's put this on the white again so you can see. So we've all got rubber stamps and things from time to time need cleaning. Because you've got the edges, you can just go over them and just make sure that you do that. It's great as well, you know, if you actually spill glitter or embossing powder or anything like that, because you've got the grooves, you can shift it and you can move it on there as well. I'm just looking, because you know I'm not very good with powders and things like that. But also, if you've got paints and things, obviously, you know, you're happy, you're painting away.
And let's just say, by the way, you wouldn't be putting that paint on. If that surface was wet and soaked in ink, you wouldn't be popping your paint on there.
You would not.
So how quickly that absorbs, like, yeah, that's why we're doing it live.
See, that's on there. This has been squeezed out, so it is dry. But again, like I say, you've got that. You can put it in the washing machine. You can do that. It's lint-free as well, and also it's great for cleaning embossing powders, like I say, and everything else. And you're going to get it off. But because you get like a dry wipe, shall we say, you get a dry wipe with this, so it is easy. But like I say, you can throw this into just water and rinse it out like I did. But if you're thinking, I don't like all the colours on it and I want it now back to how it was, you can throw it in the washing machine, just don't use any detergent on there as well. And you saw I put quite a lot of paint on there, but look, you can rinse it as well. You can give it a good squeeze out, but look at that now. It's just taken that out. It's easy wipe up, easy clean each and every time. But like I say, with the cloth, again, it's got the softest feel ever to this one.
Now then, friends, should be $13.99. Again, Nikki, I might be wrong, but I read it as $8.99.
For both?
Yeah.
You get both.
That's how I read
Honestly,
it.
do it.
That's how I read it, which is unbelievable. Just to quickly recap for you, thank you, Dawn. You get both of those together. Maybe this is that item that tips you over £20 after all. Just to recap, so I wrote it down. If orders over £20, comment win. That's why when you're just into Facebook, like, what's everyone putting win? What's going on? If your order is £20 or over, excluding the P&P, comment win. Nikki will pick one of them at random to get their order refunded to you. The total order. So say you spend £120.
Yep.
Nikki will refund £120. Maybe you spend £20 and 1p, excluding the P&P. Nikki will then refund that. That's if your orders are over 20. If your orders are over 30, that free stamp set will be included as well. But of course, you're over 30. That's over 20.
Look how much that's
win.
gone up. Did you see that?
This must be so useful for, like, obviously with crafters. So we're talking about crafting with inks and on your glass mat or on your surface and cleaning your stamps, X, Y, and Z. But for household cleaning, in the bathrooms, in the kitchens, the absorbency, like a spill, like some orange juice, or like paint,
kids.
for example. The kids, yeah.
If you've got kids, I wish I would have had one of these years ago, because look at that now. The absorbency of this is incredible. And like I say, you will get a little bit of ink transfer, but don't worry about it. But just being able to wipe down, or it could be like I say, your ink pads, you've done a little bit of inking and you're thinking, oh, I need to get those up. Just take your cloth, wipe it down, and then it is straight off there as well. And then this just makes it easy. Like I say, I sometimes keep mine in one of those little self-sealable bags that you can get, the sandwich bags, things like that. But if it does go, shall I say, a little bit crusty, a little bit, it's dry, then do not worry. These are like the magic fibres, literally for craft. These will make sure spillages, picking things up, it really is easy to use. And again, if you're worried about the environment, you're worried about using, lots of, like baby wipes and things like that aren't biodegradable and things like this, having something like this that then you can just throw in the washing machine, you can wash it out, you have then got something like this to hand. And honestly, if you've got kids, you need one of these.
I'm just reading some of the reviews as well. This one from a vet says, I don't want to autofill just yet, thank you very much. Just fabulous to use, especially the sponge. You do get both, by the way. You do get both for $8.99. Nikki's putting links on the comments on Facebook to these products. I had a bottle of Nuvo drops. They exploded when I squeezed it.
Oh, God.
The spongy to the rescue, wiped it all up in one wipe. Every crafter needs these. That's 5-star reviews. That's left in September last year. Another one, Maddie, on the 4th of July, 5-star reviews. Love these. Have been a fantastic purchase, and have found if you just leave them in the original bags, they stay lovely and moist when you need them next. Excellent purchase. Glad I got mine. And Azina. Not our Xena, another Xena. 17th of June. Great cloth and sponge. Clean stamps easily when they're on the stamp plate. On a stamp plate form, and wipes up spills easily. I highly recommend them. Great way to clean your stamps. Another 5-star review. I think they're worth every single, just reminding myself of the price, $13.99. $8.99.
$8.99. Do you know what? Even
really
if you've got one set, get a second set, because even like this, how many of us have had the kids? They've been gluing and sticking,
absolutely,
and they've got stuff everywhere.
More glue the better, thank you.
This is what I mean. Again, get your cleaner. Here the squeak, here the wipe, and then you can just go in and you can then rinse it out and you can get it all off. But this makes easy clean up. So again, that lovely lady who said one of her Aunt Nouveau.
Tonic Nouveau?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonic Nouveau, literally, she just wiped it all up and it was gone, so then you can go in. But what I like is, how many times are you on your craft desk, you get something on your hands and you just want to wipe them? This is handy to have at the side of you. If you've got ink on your fingers, you just want to wipe it down, because again, you end up with a pile of baby wipes and stuff like that, and they're not environmentally friendly now. You can wipe this down, and because it's lint-free, you're not going to end up with bits all over your work and things like that. You can now make sure that everything's tidy, everything's clean, and it's just where you want
Doreen has commented saying they are super useful in the craft room. I have bought 3 already.
Wow.
That is from Doreen.
Oh, well done,
Fabulous
Doreen.
stamp cleaner with the ridges on the sponge. That's what Doreen uses for hers. Nikki's having a great chat with loads of people in the chat, by the way. Sarah Jane, can you get all the colour out just by rinsing even the washing machine? Even by rinsing, even in the washing machine, surely you need soap. Well, you saw actually. It will stain eventually, as you can see.
Yeah.
But you saw like all the green came out of when you first picked it up, didn't it?
That's it. And same with this, like I say, obviously if you're rinsing it straight away, because they're water-based products, these ink pads, they're Tim Holtz ones, they will come out just with water.
Yeah, Nikki says your spongy will stain if you're using inks and anything that's permanent.
Yes.
The main point is they are both 100% lint-free, so you don't leave any fluff behind, and they clean up your stamps and stencils. Stencils. We've got Alta New. I've never mentioned this before. Alta New with Lydia.
Oh, right.
Are coming on the craft store, which is very exciting. They excel in their layering stencils, as does Lisa Horton, as does Tony Durrick, as does many others I know.
Easy clean.
If you use any sort of stencils whatsoever, here we go. Jamie Rogers brought he's got a whole stencil, what do you call it? Like a stencil craftorium or something.
Yep. But also,
all sorts going on. So yeah, your stencil's absolutely perfect for that.
But if you've got as well,
Yeah.
not just stencils, but if you, this is coming up later. I'm showing you something I shouldn't be, but I just want to show you.
Well, this is 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
There are 2
My hands are
Polkadoodle
wet.
shows today, now and 4 o'clock. There are 2 Craft Buddy shows as well. If you like Harry Potter,
You're going to love it.
you're going to love that show, 12 and 2. Also got Kellyanne Jordan talking all things art journaling at 3. Polkadoodles, though, back at 4 o'clock with more. There'll be a couple of products like the sponges and things, but as far as there's different ones as well, so it'll be a different show at 4 overall.
How many of us ink our embossing folders? OK, so I'm just going to show you that. Hang on. I put plenty on so you can see it's there. Now, this is an embossing folder. How many of us do that? And then afterwards, we've got to try and clean it because this has got the grooves in there, can you see? This makes it easier then for cleaning it down. It gets in all the little spaces and I can just then take this, rub this over.
It dries as it goes.
Yeah, and then go on over with this one and then, because that's the green underneath, so bear in mind that's the green.
Dory's also bought another set for a friend
that.
as a gift.
Perfect.
So away you go. Right, Wills, I'll let you clear up because I know you've got some
Okay.
stamping and all sorts to do, but I'm going to quickly recap. By the way, Ian the Warlock is also tuned in. Hello, Ian, and I'll see you
Ian.
next Monday as well, going on with all things Crafty Witches. What a show. Dawn, I'm going to go this way.
OK, I'm just rinsing out.
OK.
OK.
Thank you so much for your patience, by the way. I know we were meant to start at 10 a.m. The internet didn't work. What you going to do? So the team, so thank you, Jake, thank you, Paul, and everyone who did make it work in the end. So we will continue on. So this show's meant to have finished 4 minutes ago. We'll continue on to what? Was it like 25 past at 11?
Yeah.
We've got 20 minutes left. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to start on the top row over here. I'm going to fly down here because I know you want to get back to Dawn. This is new elements for you from Polkadoodles. Never been on the craft store before, so thank you, Nikki, for joining us. She does lots of streams as well. If you want to see Nikki using a lot of these products, you can find them on her website. These two together are the all occasions. You can just get the stamps, which are wonderfully big stamps for putting on your card crafting after all. The background of there is beautiful, isn't it? Maybe it's flowers of the month side of things. Maybe it's pages going to go in your scrapbooking. You can do that. With the calendar side, sorry if I said all occasions, I mean calendar. If you just want the stamps, you can get them, $14.99. If you just want the dies, obviously cut out all of those stamps, you can, $15.99. Together, you're going to save £11 and get them for just shy of 20, $19.98. So if you basically want to buy one and get one for a £5, buy them together. Now then, I'm going to bring you across the top here to the pretty colourful papers. 30 sheets in here, really beautiful. And as Dawn suggested, this is Nikki's life. Like, the website is this colour, isn't it? Spring, summer, vibrant, happy, eventful, inspirational. And these papers could be used across loads of your card crafting or to be making various projects. And they are all double-sided, but lots of like mixed media techniques in there. They are only $5.99. They should be $15.99. They are only $5.99. There's a very special reason why I want this to go into any basket you're giving. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Then further down the counter as well, you've got your all occasions. Similar offer to the over there. The stamps on their own with all of the family members, dad, father, daddy, husband, daughter, grandma, granddad, sister, brother, etc., etc. And you've got the balloons to pop those words in if you wish. That is worth $14.99. Let's round it up together, £15. The coordinating die is the same price, $14.99. So that's a combined value of $30. If you order them together, $19.98. £10 off. Now, that is just shy of 20, I appreciate that. The calendar is just shy of 20. That's why I then bring you back to the papers, the pretty colourful papers, because that will get you over £20. Why do we want to do that? Because every order over £20, excluding the P&P, I then want you to comment win if that's your order. If your order is £20 or over, comment win, and Nikki will pick one person at random to get their order back. So if it's £100, Nikki will refund you £100. And if your order is over 30, Nikki will also pop in the birthday celebratory stamp set. How fab is that? Thank you so much, Nikki Hall, for that. I know so many of you follow Nikki. I don't really remember the craft industry before Nikki Hall, actually. No. She's been so inspirational and just on lots of people's projects, helping a lot of people start up, but still designing, still commenting to you right now on the Facebook page. I know many of you, if not more, watch on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for that. And now, very quickly, before I go back to Dawn, I just want to bring your attention to the Woodies as well, because these are very clever. Now Dawn's explained it to me. For adding in your ink pad, so to keep that ink pad, maybe it's Tim Holtz, maybe it's Lisa, maybe it's John next door, maybe it's, for example, Stays on ink pad or Versa, Memento, whatever one it is. To have the dauber or the detail brush or the blending brush sat with it, that's exactly what these allow you to do. You've got the square, you've got the rectangle, you've got the double, or you've got the triple whammy. They are all on special price because of this show. They've all got money off. The triple has the most money off, from $16.99 down to only $12.99. You can decorate them if you wish. These are all designed by Polkadoodles, and you shop polkadoodles.co.uk for all of the Woodies. So please, I hope you're going to go for the triple, because I don't want you to get the double, single and be like, oh man, I should have got, because I bet you've got more than one colour. Put them all together and away you go. You can find them all polkadoodles.co.uk. Every single penny that you are purchasing with goes directly to Nikki. She's not splitting the cost with us whatsoever. Nikki has paid for the airtime, basically, and the stream time, but every single order goes direct. So whilst you're on polkadoodles.co.uk, have a shop around. We saw loads of codes on there, didn't we?
Oh, we did. We were like,
Easter codes, download codes. There's all sorts that we're not talking about on air because we're focusing on this bit, but you can have access to them all, which you don't normally do. Right, we've got about 15, 20 minutes.
OK, so first of all, I am going to use the all occasion stamps, OK?
OK.
So just to show you briefly what I've done, I've also married it up with the corresponding dies on there as well. But do remember, even if you just buy this one today,
yes,
when you get it home, it has got the QR code and it says scan for ideas. So there'll be inspiration on there and everything else for then you to be able to, make your own designs. OK, so I've got one of the beautiful colourful papers that we've got.
Pretty colourful.
Pretty colourful on the show.
Colourful.
OK, so what I'm going to do is use the balloon and also the happy birthday. So if you just wanted to stamp these out as normal, you can stamp them out as normal. But if you actually use then the dies, it just gives it more of a professional look. So I'm just going to show you how quick and easy and fabulous these are to stamp. So I'm just using my stamping system, using a little bit of my VersaFine Clear, because again, it gives even more detail as well when you're stamping. So just pin that on there. Then I'm going to get my Priscilla. Again, for me, I just find this is easier. Just rub that across, really simple. And then I've got my beautiful artwork ready.
Lovely, yep.
Then what you're going to do is take the corresponding dies, which you have just got near there. They're near the little pickup tool.
Oh, here?
Yes, thank
you.
These... Use the pickup tool. Thank you.
Yeah, my darling.
So you've got the pickup tool then to be able to lay this over the top, and they're easy to align. There's nothing worse if you've got a sentiment one, you've got to align it and it's a nightmare.
Yep.
Low-tack tape, tape it through, run it through your die cut machine. It's the same for the balloon. There is a die for that one as well, so do use those, but really simple.
Do you think the plug for the die cutting machine's in the same place as the internet was hiding?
Probably. They probably plugged it in with that.
The internet.
Oh, honestly.
Here it is. Open a cupboard. There's the internet.
So I'm just going to tape some of the papers down. Again, the colourful ones.
Do you still need this here?
No, that's fine. I've got my own, thank you.
Pretty colourful.
Pretty colourful.
Yes.
So she knows what I'm like. I change the names of everything. So
well,
now,
you can at yours. Do what you want.
I'm going to use, this is like the reverse of one of the papers because I just want a little cheeky little piece of this on there as well. So I just need to give it a hint of a tint in there as well. So we're just going to add this in.
Yes.
So again, using my colour station, one of my Woodies. I'm just using it because it's there and I can put my lid in it. And
is that a triple? You got the triple there, haven't you?
I've got the triple one.
Of course she has.
I have. I'm not messing about.
The triple whammy.
So again, using the brushes, using this, I can do this with it to make it very easy. The papers will take inks and things, so don't be frightened to stamp on them, ink them, add your own little bit of colour.
You know what, friends at home, here's a little insight into shopping telly, right? I used to be a producer, and when this part of the demonstration, it would be a nightmare for a producer, because what do you put on the screen? What detail do I put up? Is it the Woodies?
Yes.
Is it the paper? Is it the stamp? Is it the ink pad? Is it the blending brushes? Is it the detail brushes? There's 4 or 5, 6 items all being used at once. These are absolutely essentials after all.
Yeah.
You can shop for the lot, polkadoodles.co.uk. So the details don't flash up on the screen necessarily for the product. That's why I'm reading out the prices. You can see all of the prices, and you can bet your bottom dollar you get the best possible prices by shopping direct with the suppliers. So Craft Buddy, next show, 12 o'clock, you're shopping direct. Kelly and Jordan later, shopping direct. On Monday, Janie, who had to miss last Monday, she's coming in this next Monday coming up. Riverside Beads as well, they're coming in Monday. Anna Lou and the Pollyanna Pickering artworks coming in, as are the Crafty Witches as well. There's loads going on. Every single show, you are shopping direct with that supplier.
Okay, so I've just loosely taped this bit down so I know roughly where I want it, because then I have got the little tails even. You get the die for the little tails for the balloons as well. So I'm just going to add in a
Thoroughly
few
enjoying
of
your
these.
old school tape runners?
Oh, you know me.
Got to use them.
I'd got to use them. They were in the drawer, and I thought, oh, today I'm just going to use.
Today.
Oh, I'm going to use myself.
Girl.
That's it. So just add in a few of the tails just down here, just to dress this a little bit more. And then I've got a few more just to add in, and because I've loosely put the balloons where I want it. So you can see I've stamped them. I've added one of them as sentiments as well. Have a wonderful day. So all I'm going to do now is just then add in a few of these in the top. But again, I've not taped it all right down to the edge, so I can tuck bits in behind so I can feather these through a little bit.
Oh, there was asking about the sponges cleaning around the house. I think it was Anne asking about cleaning around the house. Nikki's replied saying, yes, I also use them for dusting. And if you like a damp dust, your skirting boards, it's amazing for that.
Brilliant.
Did mine the other day. That, especially with the rib, you know, you get like quite decorative skirting boards, can't you?
Yeah, I've got that, and honestly, they are great for that as well. But honestly, if you have got any powder that you've spilled, even makeup in powders and things, it picks those up brilliantly.
Chris has commented, win! Oh, had to order the cleaning sponge and cloth and a couple other bits too. Fab show, thank you. Thank you, Chris Smith. Sandy's just tuned in. Jess has, Sally has, Leslie has as well. Nikki is putting links to a lot of these
thanks, Nikki.
products. Yeah, thank you so much, Nikki. But everybody, you can follow those links, of course, in the Facebook feed. There's a lot of you watching on YouTube, and thank you for tuning in that way. I know a lot of you use YouTube to watch on your big TV, your big smart TV. Just search Craft Store, you'll find us there. Every single show. Also, you can recap there. You can see it in the home part of the Craft Store on YouTube. Or also, if you click on live, a lot of them are stored under previous lives too.
Yes.
There's 2 places they might be on YouTube.
So all I'm doing is just scattering the balloons using glue gel, but some of them have got slightly more glue gel than the others, so it actually elevates it off the card, like so. Then this is the sentiment then once it's cut out, and you do get the matte layer as well, so it does make it really nice and easy to add this on. I am speed crafting here, so just bear with us, because like I say, there's different things I wanted to show you. So we are speed crafting a little bit, because then hopefully we'll have time, I can
How long we got, Jake?
Something else I can show you.
9 minutes, so we're going to stop around about 20 past.
There we go. So you can see there, you can add in the tails of the balloons. You've
Beautiful.
got all your balloons. You've got your sentiment. So it shows you the papers, the stamps, everything works really well together.
Hey, Dawn.
Hey, Dan.
Can I use these dies, these stamps, these brushes, these papers to make and sell?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Nikki is more than happy for you to do so, because then you can then invest and then purchase a few extra little things.
I've just brought some other bits over. We can flick through here, just a bit more inspiration for you, because this is the thing that I was really struggling to hold up.
That's with the other set of dies.
Yes, it is. Absolutely quite right. Yeah, that was, you got the all occasions. This is just nipping back to the calendar side of things, just to recap sort of what you can be doing.
It is, and I'll show you a quick demo with this one. Yeah, can I do that?
Now?
Yes.
Okay,
let's
wicked.
do it.
Right, you do that, then we'll talk about finished samples. Can I quickly recap of the sponges, by the way? You get both. Thank you, Nikki, for confirming, by the way, because I wasn't sure of one or the other. You get both sponges for $8.99. Should be $13.99. Super absorbent. Chris just purchased some in my ear. Thank you so much, Chris.
Well
done. Supporting Nikki for her endeavours. Nikki sourced these. Nikki found these and was like, I'm a crafter. These would be perfect for me. They're perfect for you too. Yes, if you're using permanent ink, they will probably get some dye on them.
Yes.
And what's really interesting and really quite addictive, actually, is when they fully dry out, they go hard. They go hard, which is really like, you think, oh, is it broke?
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. They both do. It's not a problem at all. The second they get in liquid, they just suck it all up for you. Whether you want the sponge and the cloth, you get both together. Special price, $8.99. You heard Doreen earlier on, you can see it in the comments, had bought 3, bought another one today for a friend. Chris there has just purchased hers as well. If you're spending £20 or over, please comment WIN, because Nikki will refund. I love the whole thing, the whole amount in your...
Yeah.
Could be nothing on this show. Could be something else from the depths of polkadoodles.co.uk.
Exactly.
Every single penny being redeemed back to one of you. Nikki will pick that at random. And if you get to £30, the birthday stamps will also be in your order free of charge. That is a free giveaway. Thank you to Nikki. So, calendar.
Calendar stamp. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, I want to do this as... I'll move that there so you can see. Save the date.
Okay.
So, say it's April. I need you to save the date. I've removed the April one.
Right.
Okay. Because this is great where the Priscilla comes in.
Priscilla's on the show too.
So,
$6.99.
Yep, little bit of ink. Again, I'm using my VersaFine Clear. So I'm only doing down to where it is. So if you just then put a little bit of ink all over here, and then later on, obviously I've cut the numbers out ready and everything to show you, but if you carefully leave this like this, rather than taking them all off, trying to get them all aligned.
Oh, I wonder what you're up to.
What a better way than trying to do it. Use your Priscilla.
You got any special dates in April? Apart from today, the 24th?
No.
No, not April in your life.
No.
When's your birthday, Dawn?
July.
Oh, not far off.
No, not too long now.
Height of summer?
Yeah, middle.
Middle of summer.
14th. Perfect.
Right, I'm intrigued about where you're going.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, so then I've got my other. So here's one I've cut down and made to size. So I'm happy with that. We've still got plenty of time. Can I do a bit of ink in and stuff?
Under 6.
Oh yeah, no worries. So bringing in the ink with my brushes, because these are inkable papers, and also using my Woody, this is just going to make it easier now to be able to
Now,
add
you maybe can't see, but there is a little bit of ink transferring onto the glass mat. So if you wanted to make sure that didn't transfer anywhere else,
wipe it after.
You go spongy.
Exactly. So get your spongy out and then bring it all together by just doing that.
Lint-free, by the way, so you rub all over your stamps to clean them as you go, and then rinse the spongy with water, but won't leave any fibres behind. No lint left behind,
which is great.
Ah, yeah.
Because even sometimes if you have used baby wipes and stuff, you get those little bits. But environmentally friendly, this is the way forward.
That's a very good point.
Really is. So we're going to mat and layer this on to here just to make it pop. So again, a little bit of the tape pen.
There is another Polkadoodle show at 4 p.m. A lot of the essential tools will be on that show as well. But as far as the decorative elements, like that is a very different show. So 4 p.m. if you can tune in on Facebook. You know what, the chances are we'll be on time.
We've got some beautiful dies in that one. There's an embossing folder, there's stamps, there's also really, really nice. So what I've done here is then I've cut out the Celebrate is from the first collection that I did the first demo with, but all these other bits, those the numbers and the April is from my calendar one.
It looks like almost like those, you know, those
puffy
spongy
stickers.
puffy stickers, yeah.
Yes. Puffy stickers. So yeah, it looks like that. So all I'm doing is just adding a teeny tiny bit of ink just on the edge of this, because I don't want too much because the background's quite pink, but I just wanted it just to blend it in and just perhaps take that little bit of starkness off it. But you know, I was just thinking for Save the Date, this would be great. Just add a little point of difference.
Little highlight. So, stay tuned all day today, by the way. 5 live hours on the craft store. The next one is at 12 o'clock. If you love Harry Potter or know someone that loves Harry Potter, there must be 30 new items.
Yep.
Brand new items from Craft Buddy.
Yep.
Next show, all on that Harry Potter theme, including the sticker album. Wow.
Wow.
Which is really cool. The prices are outstanding.
So all I'm doing is I'm sticking the Celebrate this just off the page. So you've got Celebrate there, then you've got April, and then we're going to put the numbers on.
Is that a bit of glue gel?
Bit of glue gel, a little bit of height and a little bit of dimension on there.
Pin Flare are back, by the way, in the next few weeks, back in these studios with Christine.
Oh, bless her. When she's back off a cruise.
Yeah, she cruises every other weekend.
She is. She's always out somewhere. Permanently wear life jacket. There we go.
Yeah, all dressed to the nines.
There we go. So you can see, I just wanted to show you, if you wanted to do a change the date, but make it simple, make it easy, celebrate April 24th.
That's really cool.
So just a little bit quirky, a little bit different. So somebody's actually got to think about it. And that's what you want sometimes. So with your projects, make it different, make it easy, but it just shows how easy your Priscilla is, the dies, the stamps work so well, because I wouldn't like to have to cut out that April or celebrate.
No.
Using the die, make it easy.
I'm going to put that there.
Okay.
Hope it stands up. Does it?
Yes, it will.
I'm going to pop that there. Oh, I'm making a... This is what they call a pack shot, is it?
Pack shot, yeah. We've got lots and lots of samples over there on the pack shot as well, but you can see...
Actually, we should probably wander back.
There's lots...
We did have... Yeah, let's do that, Jake. We'll do, because I just sort of moved them all there. Should we wander this way?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's take my trusty clipboard. I cannot find a new clipboard for love or money, by the way.
Can you not?
Come on, Deeping.
What colour do you want?
I want a black one.
OK, I'll
And then
get
we'll
you
stick
one.
the craft store on the back of it. But this is doing a job. Where do you buy clipboards from nowadays, guys? Because I can't find one. Clipboards are ours I should probably go to, shouldn't I?
And why not?
And why not? What's that?
Is it inside, upside?
Yeah, I've been there. That's at a shop near us. And why not? Brilliant. Love it.
Why not? It's something like that.
You can get your Kringle crisps.
Yeah.
And your Watsons. all fake stuff. Nevertheless, right, what you can see here, Dawn, is just a handful of samples using the products on the show, right?
Yeah, but look how easy and how different they all are. So if you're wanting more of that boutique style card, something a little bit more quirky, and for all different age groups, this is your collection for you.
What do you call it, and why not?
Yeah. Is it?
It's inside out.
Oh, I call it upside down as well.
Down. It is all these things. Rightio, friends, we're out of time for demonstrations. You are not out of time to go shopping. After this finishes in, 20 seconds' time? Polkadoodles.co.uk. That's where you can find all of these products. Nikki's been so active in the chat on Facebook.
She's been amazing.
Nice one, Nikki.
Always.
Yeah, so you can follow them there. Whether you want the sponges, the Woodies, the stamps, the dies, the papers, even like the tools. We haven't even touched on the brushes, really, but the brushes are on the show too.
The brushes there, and they will all fit in your Woodies as well.
They do. Right, Dawn, quick, I know more at 4. So what was roughly on at 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock, we've got totally different. We've got different papers, we've got stamps, there's an embossing folder, there's stencils, there's some beautiful things.
So that's at 4 o'clock with Polkadoodles. Before then, 3 o'clock, Kellyanne Jordan, Craft is a Fox. Before then, 2 o'clock, all things Craft Buddy. But you haven't got to wait till 2 o'clock. Craft Buddy and Harry Potter and the Wizarding Witch that is Wheeler. 12 o'clock. That's all right, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a virgin, it's virgin, I appreciate it. No, anyway, right, thank you. My name's Dan. Thank you for watching The Craft Store. Sorry we started late. We fixed it in the end. We will be live together at 12 o'clock. As far as Polkadoodles go, check out your baskets right now on their websites.